Come on, man. Hi. How you doing? Thanks for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it. Now please excuse my my amateur video recording skills and cooking skills. It is my first time. Now let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy the video. Press like if you enjoy it, and please do subscribe in the end. Have a good one.
Alright, come on, big fight. All I do is get bang. Okay, niggas hating on me, but they bitch ain't so conceited. I don't think my
Okay, so for today, we will need chicken breast, onions, green peppers, some chips for the side, obviously the rolls to put your food on, and then some Colby Jack cheese. Use whatever cheese you want. That's just what I'm using for today. You want to start by making sure the chicken is clean. You know, before I did this, you had to make sure you soaked it in lemon juice and salt. Gotta keep it clean. Next, you want to remove all the fat. So this is what it looks like once most of the fat is taken off and any excess meat or bad meat, just like this. Next thing you want to do is make sure it is sliced very thinly, like very thin, because we're gonna make chicken cheesesteak, by the way, if I haven't already mentioned. So we need to make it very, very thin. So something like this. That's pretty thin. So next thing, you want to add some spices. You gotta make it look good. You gotta make it taste good. You gotta make it very good. So salt, obviously, pepper, obviously, and that's it. No, I'm just kidding. Adobo, and the best part is the Sazon. Now for the spices, I honestly can't tell you how much I put. I just kind of eyeballed it. So yeah, best of luck. Here's the salt. Light on the salt, that's the most important part. Don't put too much salt, that's just disgusting. Pepper, same thing, very light on the pepper. Because you want to put a lot of these guys. The adobo. Oh yeah. And the salt. So once that's done, you mix it up, obviously. Should be nice and orange from the Sazon. Once that's done, let it sit there for just at least 10 minutes. And while you do that, you start chopping up the green peppers and the onions. So when preparing the green peppers and the onions, you want to make sure you get rid of all the little gunk inside of the green pepper. You don't want that unless you want it to be burning hot when you're eating. And obviously peel off the onions. Okay. Now we gotta thinly slice them, which I'll show you how just fit. So something like this. Probably thinner than that if you can. Now for the onions, when you chop them, you just kind of want to go just along the length of the onion. to get it to those long strands, you just kind of take it apart, like so. Just like that. To avoid crying from these onions, when they make you cry, you gotta breathe in through your mouth. Always works for me, or almost always. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, fuck. Okay, now that I'm done crying, I think we can get back to work. While we wait for our skillet to heat up in the oven to also heat up at 350, both skillet and oven at 350, we must cut the bread. The bread you cut along this crappy side. Once you do that, you gotta open it up and you gotta take off the little extra stuff that's right here. So just like this, take it out, because you gotta put the meat in there. You gotta get more space for the meat. You know what I mean? So right now we are cooking up the chicken, and while we do that, we obviously gotta flip it also. So we gotta flip whatever we gotta flip, like this guy over here. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now at 350 degrees, those thinly sliced chickens took about 4 minutes to cook, and I had to flip it. While we wait for that, we gotta get these green peppers and onions into here. And we gotta saute them. Gotta saute them. Now, almost immediately after you flip the chicken, and then like literally a minute or two after, you have to make sure that you start pulling the chicken apart. And I couldn't show that in video because I need 2 hands, and right now I gotta hold my phone. I don't have the tripod or anything yet. So just like this, just pulling it apart with 2 knives and 2 forks together, pull it apart. And then once it's done, you just kind of grab it and put it in a bowl. Nice and easy. Now, we put the chicken inside of the bread. Grab the shredded chicken and make sure you wash your hands if you're gonna touch it. Make sure you want to stuff it in there too. Okay. Next, you want to put the veggies that you sauteed. Just like this. Just like that. Nice and beautiful. There you go. Then, the finishing touches will be the cheese. Gotta add a lot of cheese in there. Alright. And there we have it. So this is how they're gonna look like when everything is put together. Right before we put it in our preheated oven. Alright, that's it. No goggles, because we're done.